All right, welcome to the April Executive Committee meeting for the Libertarian Party of Maine. Calling this meeting to order at 19:10. First order of business is minutes from last meeting. I know they went out late. Did anyone get a chance to review?
I did not.
Neither did I, actually.
Yeah, I sent them this morning. Ben and I did our agenda for this last night, so they went out a little bit later than normal. If anyone has any issues, you can make them heard here, but I'm gonna move to approve the minutes from last month.
Seconded.
Any, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All
Not
right,
really, not really
pass.
opposed. I was going to ask, I would think that if we haven't really reviewed the minutes, it might be wise to review them in the next month. If you have any problems with them, then bring it up at the next XCOM meeting, and so we can amend accordingly. We should reserve the right to amend the minutes another time.
Sure, that makes sense. Ben, if you could just make note of that under that motion. Thank you. Um, Jim, would you be able to access accounts to get us a pseudo treasurer's
Yeah.
report?
Yep, I can. Give me a minute here. While I'm pulling up the Canada National account here, I'll refer to your text earlier today, Dane. Did you get everything you needed
I
from
believe
everyone?
so. So the only thing that Emma was waiting on was your license, and I realized when I looked through the thread on my end, it was because you replied directly to me, and I just neglected to forward it to her. So I forwarded that along.
Okay, and I resent
Okay.
it to her, I believe. So,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah,
So
and
good.
think
That explains a lot.
I think I sent it. Let me look. I sent it
Oops.
to her at time.
Hang on. Oh, don't do that to me. Not letting me in. Hang on. You. Not seeing my password. One more invalid attempt will lock out this login ID. Um, let's move forward. Let's circle back to it. I'm going to do a forgot password thing for myself, and I will get you uh, I'll get to the amounts later.
Okay. We already kind of did this, but I guess for everyone that wasn't in um the county development meeting, if we could just go around the horn real quick for each region, and then while Jim's doing that stuff, we can end with his report afterwards. So let's start up north. Let's start with Brian.
Um, like I said the other day, all the Facebook pages for the region are up and going now. Um, been having lots of discussions with just local people about politics and whatnot. I've actually had quite a few people in the past couple weeks come up and ask if I'll be running for office again, which God, I have no idea if I'm gonna do that, but um there was a little bit of drama here with the No Kings organizers. I had reached out about someone exercising their Second Amendment rights at a protest. Got a lot of pushback. They had one of the organizers meet up with me and kind of just find out what the intent was behind the request and whatnot. Since then, I've been pretty much blocked by everything that's involved with the Democratic Party here in Washington County. So, um, outside of that, I've got nothing.
All right. Go to Sean next.
There we go. Big thing in the region is the homeschooling conference on May 1st, which I'll be attending both days.
Nice. Weeks.
I don't have any new updates from what we shared on Monday. All the Facebook pages I now have access to, and I'll begin to get more consistent about posting to those pages and what have you. Yeah, no other progress to report at this point.
Next order of business will be tabled, as that both of our, or most of our IT committee is not in the room currently. I can speak a little bit to that CRM is nearly there, and we're probably going to be having a training at some point next month, which I will ask everyone to attend. Moving forward, the CRM is going to be our first line of, output, whether it be email or phone banking or what have you. So just be on the lookout for that as it becomes available. Am I going too fast for you, Ben?
Yeah, sorry, my brain's not working too great right now, so I'm taking a little bit to catch up.
All right. Um, Next, I wanted to just briefly talk about formal endorsements, 1916. We don't really need to talk much about this, unless we want to. It's something that I'm planning on revisiting once primaries are concluded, like we discussed last meeting. Um, any other comments on formal endorsements or concerns as we lead up to that season? Hearing none. Oh,
Well, hold on a second. So we're definitely endorsing these three here, Tim,
no,
Derek, and Bob. Okay, or
no,
these are just okay.
correct. Every endorsement we will be voted on and, motioned and voted on as per how we do everything else.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. These are just the three two that, Tim Rich and Derek Levasseur, who I think we all had warm and fuzzies about. And then I put Bobby Charles on there only because that's kind of a hanging Chad currently, because I spoke to his campaign manager and told him we weren't going to actually levy any official statement or any official endorsements until till after primaries were concluded and we discussed the possibility as a board. So that's the only reason why he's
Right.
in there too.
Right. Okay.
All right. At 1918, just briefly go over the asset tracker. I've gone over this in a few meetings, so if you guys were in those, forgive me for the redundancy. Um, but we do have a physical asset tracker. It's just an Excel sheet. It's on the Google Drive under marketing. And there, if you could if you have any LPME physical assets, anything in up to including, if you have a canopy or any signage or rack cards or anything of the above, just log it in that sheet so that we have a easy portal to know what we have where. With three tabling events coming up, we're inevitably going to have to move some things around. Um, Next, business cards and name tags. Did everyone receive yours? I would imagine everyone has them because Ben got his, and he's the furthest
And,
away
I got
from me.
mine. I got mine.
yep,
Thank you for that.
yes,
Perfect.
and confirmed. Thank you.
Have
Awesome.
to check my mail.
Okay. Good, good. Um, just to kill a little bit of time, I do want to capture some notes. Given that Gina's not here, I was going to give her the floor for marketing committee here. I know she's been having internet issues with the storm the other day. I'm not sure if she's reestablished or not yet. So I just want to briefly kind of go over what she's done and get some general comments to take with me for the next marketing committee meeting. So if you actually, what I'll do, Ben, is I'll go to the link and I'll share my screen. Replace current. So this is our this is our current store. You guys all see that? Looks like it.
Yep.
Okay. So she's moved a lot of stuff, archived a lot of stuff, and I already have some comments about what's existing here, but I did want to kind of just field what the group initially thinks of these 9 things currently. We got like a porcupine coffee mug, or Don't Tread on Me coffee mug, another mug with our logo, blue background. Some of these have front and back. Those look like they're the same thing. So there's some redundancy here.
I think I don't know how much of an effort this is, but I think like the shirts with like second row, the first and second ones with the Libertarian Party of Maine logo, like getting that text, but maybe on a transparent background so
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
doesn't
we have those assets. I just think that Gina might not have grabbed them. Um, and also like, because this is showing you the back of the t-shirt first and not the front first, right? So there's a bunch of like just oh, actually most of these are showing the back first, except for that one. So just kind of wanted to show you what we got up right now. This is not currently linked to our website and won't be until the marketing committee blesses it. Just kind of wanted to field some comments. What do people think about prices here? $25 tea, $15 mug.
Pretty standard, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
I
is.
was just gonna say that's kind of what they go for these days.
Yeah.
What's our profit margin on it?
I'd have to look that up. I think for a t-shirt, I think
Probably
it's
about
like,
probably like $12 on the shirts.
yeah, I was
Okay,
thinking
not
it was
bad.
like 11 or something, but that might have been when we had it priced at 10 at 20. I can't remember.
The mugs probably don't have a high margin though. Those are fairly expensive to have made.
Mm.
Yeah. And I
So
also got to confirm with Jason that we have our financials plugged into Teespring right now. I'm pretty sure we do. I just haven't gone in there and verified it.
how do you feel about a t-shirt? Kind of cycling off something we were talking about the No Kings the other night. One that says NAP, no authoritarians, period.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
the non-aggression principle. Yeah,
NAP, yeah, stands for non-aggression principle, also stands for no authoritarians, period.
yeah, I like that concept.
That's not a bad idea. I like that.
Yeah.
I would highly encourage you to leverage some AI for generating.
Okay.
Yeah,
And to
to
be
be honest,
honest,
I appreciate the challenge.
image generation is one of the best places to start
All
because
right,
Yeah.
we'll
you'll
make a note.
quickly
Yeah.
start
Look,
to learn what it can and can't do.
Image
look,
generation AI. Yeah.
One question. Does Teespring do stickers as well?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Teespring does a whole litany of stuff. Brian, were you just about to show us your t-shirt?
yeah, if you want. Jim, this was done with AI. My new
Nice.
Buck War shirt.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right.
It took about
I like
2
it.
seconds to do up on AI.
Sweet.
So,
What?
Which agent do you use?
I think that was done just using Grok.
Okay, gotcha.
Ben, if you want to take back share.
Yeah, I asked about stickers because with the new license plates out, there's a new font for if we want to create an overlay over vacation land for taxation land, something we've done
Ooh.
in years past.
That's a
Ah, that
decent
would,
idea.
yeah,
Huh.
I
that
like that.
that's good.
I even identified the font, and I pretty much have the design, so I'll upload that to the resources.
Well, you can do that. Just put it in marketing,
Yep.
and create a new folder that's specific to that. But you can also email just for the group here. We have a couple new email handles that everyone can use, and I believe they're all available to external users. One is officers at, and that is clearly self-explanatory. That'll go to me, Jim, Jason, and Ben. And then we also have marketing at, which will go to the marketing committee, which is Gina, Tim, myself, and Weeks currently. If any of you want to be involved in any of these committees, please let me know and I will add you post haste. Um, and that's all I really have for any other ideas or comments about general marketing.
Just want to give you some kudos for stepping it up in this area. It's something we've needed for a long time.
Hmm. It's honestly something that I've had keys to and been meaning to do for about a year and a half and just haven't.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
But
all right.
thanks, man.
Yeah. Hearing no other comment, unless there was one. Someone just about to pop up? No?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Hearing none, I'll move on. This is more just a comment than it is a discussion, unless we want to talk about some legislative stuff that's been going on. We desperately need a legislative chair. So reach into your Rolodexes, everyone, please, and see if you've got anyone in your friend and family group that might be interested in getting involved in that degree. And for region reps, keep that in mind when you start talking to people in the public.
Do we have kind of a job description or
I
for
don't,
that?
I haven't, I would have to look through our SOP. I would imagine that when Kate generated that, she did put something in there for that. And that can be found under, I believe it's governing documents, which is the first tab under the drive.
Hmm.
Um,
I
we
don't know.
discussed this what?
I don't know. I was just thinking, I don't know if job description is the right
Role and
phraseology for,
responsibility.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's, yeah, because it's not a real job. It's voluntary. So, but whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Task description, whatever you want to choose. Yeah.
There
Role
you go.
description. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Also
I like
keeping
that.
in mind too, I was hoping that I was going to be able to ping Jason on this, but I do believe that one of the tools that we've developed or he's developed in the AI suite is something that could be that could kind of pseudo serve as a legislative chair to the degree of at least parsing all the legislation that's going through each house and, you know, pulling who's the sponsors are and kind of just raising the hand for anything that we would be specifically interested in. Because obviously, there's probably most of the stuff that happens at the State House we would be very against altogether, but just kind of highlighting those egregious infringements, if you will. So more to come on that as that tool gets developed further. We discussed this a little bit about the short-term investment for some of the Victory Fund money. Um, I feel like I had asked someone to look into the legality of us doing anything like this. Does anyone recall that?
I thought that this was more Jason's purview.
Yeah.
Okay, it might have been that I had asked him. So we
Yeah.
can revisit this. Um, keep your eye out for a meeting that will be scheduled to discuss that in greater detail. I'll be sure to loop around with him on that. Just something that we like if we're able to as a political committee, maybe just like put like I don't know, like 30% of that away in like a CD for a year,
Right,
that will grow 4%. Like I don't see any problem with that as long as we're legally allowed to.
right. We can do more than that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've asked the question before about whether the party can actually hold assets, and
Well, we certainly can.
Yeah,
yeah. So in terms of stocks and stable coin,
Right.
Bitcoin and the like.
hmm we do assets, we don't do debts.
Yeah.
All right. Next would be the round table. So I can speak to this a little bit. We've filmed and published 3 episodes now. Um, there's still some kinks to be worked out, of course. We have episode 4 planned to film next Tuesday. Um, we don't really have a specific aim currently. If anyone has any ideas or comments or want to participate at all, see the Discord chat and you can at Roundtable production staff to get the 3 of us, get our attention on that. Also keep in mind in that channel, there is a thread labeled clips that you can post, time-stamped videos to if you come across something and you think, it would be good or worth our comment. Um, Many hands make light work. So as much as all of
Right.
us are in the world viewing things, if you see something that's Maine specific primarily, please pass that along. Because we're trying to focus on that, but it's inevitable that we're gonna end up national and world, especially given the current climate.
Right.
Anyone have any comments or questions or about the podcast? All right.
Just
Hearing.
whether it's local, national, whatever drives the emotions right now, just do it. You know, that's what people are talking about the most here. I mean, Joe was great and was just saying, hey, we should be pushing more local stuff on the Facebook page, something we got away from and myself too. But um, yeah, I'm just thinking, everybody's talking about what's happening globally is affecting us locally, especially gas prices and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, I really think that's what needs to be covered more. Um, and this is
I
what,
will say Tim's been doing a decent job at getting stuff out. He had a post, I think it was late this weekend, or maybe it was late last week, that was about what was it? It was some Portland Press Herald article that was talking about some city ordinance or whatever. Um, but yeah,
Mhm.
any stuff you
Yeah.
see like that, try to either at the Roundtable production staff or at Tim, because he is posting more regularly now for the state page. Um,
Yeah. He's got some good quality stuff being put out, so I
yep,
appreciate that. It's longer form, so I'm not sure how many people get
it
through it
is.
all, but
Right.
it's thorough and
I will
definitely
say, I
hits the
will say
right.
that I've been looking at some of the analytics, and those posts are actually doing pretty well.
All right, cool.
So, I mean, it's really just like clicks. It's like Facebook analytics is not the most useful. Like it
Hmm.
doesn't tell you how long someone's at like on the post, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nothing like that.
right.
But
Yeah,
um as far as just raw numbers go, they're getting decent attention. Not anything less than any of our other posts, I'll put it that way.
cool. And those are being mirrored onto the X account, right?
I don't know. I'd have to double check.
Okay.
I would imagine so, especially given that when Tim came on board, he said he was an X user
Yeah,
primarily.
yeah.
It sounds like he's a fiend. Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
um, yeah. But anyone has any ideas or suggestions? I mean, obviously, I'm sure he would not swat away any comments or assistance. So
Cool.
keep that
Did
in mind.
something just came to mind. I had glanced through the private messages for the state page about Catherine, whatever her name was, looking to try and schedule a call after Easter. I think that's Brian. Were you in touch with her? Does that sound
I
familiar?
I had reached out. I think I actually reached out through my personal page.
Oh,
And then the last she didn't get back to me. The last I saw was her response, I think, to Dane. Uh,
Was it on the
that's
state? Was it on the state page?
that's where I saw it.
I
So
know, I
just
know, I
follow up.
remember responding to her, but I don't
yeah.
remember where it was last.
She had said something about she was busy.
Yeah, that's the one I had seen. It was hectic for her. I just wanted to make sure we didn't, let that fizzle out. Put it, back into the back burner position.
Oh, yeah, I totally missed that. Yeah, the last response I had was March 30th, and um yeah, so the 31st was the last thing that she came in with. Brian, would you mind looping around?
Sure.
Cool. We especially don't want to leave any of those unresponded to.
Right.
Cool, cool. Sweet. All right. Um, last thing I have on here, it's probably the last month we'll have this year. Was I brought it up last month, the idea of a month in review, wins and losses for Liberty. The way I envision this would be like if someone wants to have a short post of literally like pros and cons of what happened in Maine government for the month. Ideas, volunteers. Is this a good
Hmm.
idea, bad idea?
I like it. Does it have to be statewide or local?
Uh,
Would you prefer it that way?
I mean, it could be either, really. I mean,
All right.
any wins or losses in the lens of Liberty that happened at a town level, we can certainly comment on. I mean, I would consider that certainly within the
Hmm.
purview
I
of the
haven't written
idea.
any. Yeah, since I was so caught up in caucus season, I haven't done any writing. I'd like to get back into that. So actually, I kind of like this a lot. It's really, yeah,
And this might be a
Maybe like
great
group
place.
it's,
effort too,
yeah.
right? Like make another thread in the Discord channel, and then those of us just we're constantly getting updates and
Mhm.
news in our respective counties and everything. We can
Well,
just we see something shitty, just or good, just throw it in there.
we could also encourage using our social media, encourage people to reach out to us with anything that's going on in their community as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hmm.
So
Get some more engagement. Ask
what I
people.
think I'll do with, I mean, what do we think about the idea? Because I can just generate a new email handle, like tips at or something like that. I don't know. Or we could do it just through any of these social media platforms specifically, although I don't know how easy it is for those to be like segregated. They just come in as raw messages.
Maybe
Hmm.
make a snitch hotline for people to email government overreach.
Snitch on the government. I like it.
Ooh,
I
I
would
think we
I
should.
would have I would have an objection to the word snitch because we all know what they get.
It's
Well,
too bad.
maybe,
I kind of liked it
yeah.
actually. Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
Well, I
reserve
just know
comment until
I
I've
know
had
the
more time to
immediate troll
consider.
app. What was that,
True,
Joe? Sorry.
true.
What'd you say, Joe?
No, I said I'll reserve comment on my, stance until I've had some time to consider the other possibilities. But I like snitch on the government pretty well right now.
All right, write it down.
Well, I get Dave's point. It gets away from our desire to appear normal. So, yeah.
Dude, there's nothing normal about any of this, so I'm
Hey,
Well,
happy
we
about
should be
that.
who we are,
Yeah,
yeah. Right,
right?
you know,
right.
trying to, the libertarians being the ones trying to maintain a sense of normalcy is a peak ironic timeline sort of
I don't
Right.
stance.
know about, yeah, yeah. I, s- I said appear, not,
Well, yes, no, I know what you mean. It's still just it's funny
Yeah.
to me. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it is to me as well. Yeah. But I think it is important too. Anyway, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'd like to encourage people to, yeah, be able to vent, on our page about some of the stuff that they see going on or hear about going on, and, or,
Yeah.
fed up with it. Like, yeah, come, let us know what you're thinking, and we can tell you
Right.
what we think are the fixes that would
Right.
actually work. And none of this, we'll take care of everything for you nonsense. No, no, no. We can fix it, but it's
Right.
going to take some real effort here. Focus
Yes.
on,
What
Yes. Yeah.
what if we had it what if we did like an actual post or a poll? Like are those methods that might work better?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, like we could do this a couple different ways, right? We could do this as just like a social media campaign with a poll adjacent or something like that, or we could do this as like a Substack email out,
Hmm.
or we
What would
could
the
couple them
poll
all together.
what would the
Or
poll
just
entail?
I mean, it'd be up to whoever drafted the post. You
yeah.
can literally draft a poll for anything, and I believe they're unlimited results that you can enter in. You can also set up the post to allow for commentators to add their own response
Hmm.
of such things. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here.
I think just like a post that makes it a makes it a comment thread that just
Well,
everybody share anything you've
yeah,
heard about the government.
yeah. There's a
Mm,
pretty straightforward way of just, whichever post gets the most likes will get our attention and response. Make the post saying, "Hey, what are your gripes and gear? What grinds your gears with the government right now?"
Right.
Whatever post gets the most likes, we'll respond to with our, stance and solution suggestions, and kind of expand where it seems to make sense.
I like it. Let's um let's bring this up at the next marketing committee meeting. And in the interim, Joe, if you wouldn't mind having a conversation with Tim, just kind of outlining this idea.
Sure thing.
And then we can loop in Jim for if he wants to do some writing for it or however it evolves.
all right.
Sound good?
Yes.
That's good.
Cool. Sweet. I'm glad we just touched on that. I was not expecting that to proliferate as it did. Um, all right. On to new business, if there's nothing else on month in review. All right. At 1942. Um, we have our first ever virtual meetup scheduled for next Wednesday, tax day virtual meetup at 1900. You'll see on the agenda here, the meeting link is there. That is the Zoom link. If everyone can take it upon themselves, specifically, I'm talking to the region reps here, if you can share that event, probably either Friday or Saturday, and then Monday or Tuesday next week, just to get it in front of as many faces as we can.
Yeah.
Um, Jim, I know you're planning on drafting an email to all of the caucus participants with the
Yes.
same link and a little write up on what we're doing.
Hmm.
Weeks is gonna have a very short little PowerPoint. Um, and we're kind of going to run it just more of a forum more than anything else. I mean, I'll speak a little bit as to what we've been working on in the past 5 months. But I'd like it to primarily be more of a forum of like public comment questions of us for anyone that's going to come and participate. I feel like most of the participants are going to be activists ready to go, hopefully, because they've already either participated in our caucuses or they follow us on Facebook or X. So they're already kind of aware of what we're doing, and if they show up for a meeting, to me, that's indication that they want to be more involved. So if we could just make sure that those get posted and shared around, um,
Would it be worth spending a few dollars to boost the post on the main page, advertising
yeah.
it?
Probably.
Mm.
Um, I'm not sure if we have, let me look right now.
Would
Um,
would Facebook allow that? Because when I was running as a council candidate, because my page was political, Facebook would not allow me to boost posts.
I think we've
Really?
done it before, haven't
we
we?
have, we have
Yeah.
done, yeah, we have done ad
Yeah.
campaigns
Maybe,
Can't hurt
before.
to
maybe it's
try.
just for candidates specific that they don't allow it then.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to make much sense to me either, Ben,
Yeah,
because I
really.
mean, all of the candidates I know are doing advertisements. Like I know they're putting money into ad campaigns because I've seen them.
And my
Yeah,
notifications on Facebook are full of offers to boost posts. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I still get those notifications on my candidate page because I still left it up. But I tried once when I was doing like the candidate meet and greet, and yeah, Facebook wouldn't let me. So
Hmm.
I'm looking
Weird.
to see what we have. Um, it doesn't, I mean, I might be looking in the wrong spot, but it doesn't look like we have anything attached. Oh, you'll pay. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything attached to our account, but I know we've, oh, add account settings, maybe. Let me just quickly look at this. I know we've done it before. We did it for, what was the last thing we did ads for? It was when, I think it was leading up to the election, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
Anyone remember this?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Huh.
One thing, I want to get a press release out about this. I'll write that up and send it out. Maybe we'll get some time on George Hill. Oh, can't say that anymore. George Hill's not with VOM anymore. Um, yeah, on VOM anyway, Rick Tyler. So we'll get that. I wanted, if we are going to boost it though, just thinking out loud, I think it would be better to boost it right on the 15th. I think if we do it too soon, people are going to forget about it. If we can somehow get it to boost on the 15th, that'll people be more likely to react and more likely to join.
Yeah. I mean, so sharing the event prior isn't gonna necessarily like that can be that's a separate thing from a boosted post. We could do both.
Right. But if we're going to boost it, let's boost it on the 15th. That's just my gut feeling on this.
Yeah,
Isn't there like a limit to or a time frame minimum on
It can
Facebook?
be.
Well, like, are you able to do just the one day, or do you have to do at least like a week's worth or something like that? Because
Now, I think there's quite a few parameters
I,
in it with it, and
yeah,
including when. Yeah.
okay, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I just thought
I'll
that I
play press release. I'm going to check the boost
on
and have some numbers for you as well. Because here's the thing: if we do decide to boost it, let's whether we spend $20, $50, whatever, we're gonna have to vote on it. As to how much we'll have to do an email uh, motion on that. So I'm gonna take responsibility for that.
okay.
Check the numbers because I've boosted before and I've gotten stuff through. Um, I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, and I'm wondering how we've done this because we don't have anything listed in our account settings with like a logged payment or billing info.
Really?
I
Huh.
Oh,
paid.
actually, hold on. No, I'm looking at my own page. Freaking Business Suite is such a pain in the ass.
I think I've paid out of pocket before for those boosts. And I'll if I have to, if I have to and ask for reimbursement, I'll do that. Um, but we'll see. Let me get some deets on that. I'll let everybody know.
Okay.
On a similar related note here, I don't know if any of you have been getting these text messages from candidates for like I've gotten a text from Mills's campaign and Plattner's campaign. Anybody know anything about
Yeah,
that? Could we do something like that? What that entails? Do
We
you know what I
can.
mean?
I know the Mises Caucus pays for stuff like that, and they have I don't know what service they use, but it isn't cheap. I will tell you
Okay.
that.
I didn't figure it would be, but I just wanted to get more information about it because
Yeah,
we
I've
used to.
never signed up for any of these people's, text lists or anything, but I'm still getting these messages. So
Right.
Right.
it's
I think it's unavoidable when you're like registered libertarian or something because they look at you as someone who is on their team. It's like I fucking whenever Troy Jackson was running for re-election, like he knocked on my fucking door. Like,
jeez.
Are you trying to say we're
Wow.
on a list?
yeah,
Yeah,
Many
on
lists.
several.
Surprise, surprise, right?
that's all right. We'll tell them how we feel.
But no, I mean, I guess I just figure that if, these other, parties can just send out massive random texts to people that they, are assuming might be sympathetic to the message, we might try it as well if it hasn't been tried before, just to
Well, this
see
goes
who.
goes goes back to the white pages stuff we were testing the other night here. But that's another discussion. But I think, yeah, I see no problem with gathering as much info as we can here.
Mhm.
And people can always stop. I do want to check as far as any legal issues, and we don't need that. Can't afford that.
Sure, sure.
But
I,
yeah,
I I would also just say like if we consider it just exercise caution, I feel like a lot of other libertarians I know just would get pissed at unsolicited texts.
Yeah.
So we want to be careful just not to rub people the wrong way.
mm.
You
I
know,
personally, I would appreciate some texts from the Libertarian Party,
Just to
honestly.
balance it out. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah,
to say like, hey, yeah, we're trying to, match that energy type of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
yeah.
That's a great point. Hey, finally, a text that I want to get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like, okay,
hmm
cool.
yeah,
I might even share this or something like that, that type of
yeah,
thing. But it
yeah.
just seems like, yeah, sometimes you might just catch somebody, off guard enough to be like, what is this? And they'll check it out, and it might just kind of turn into something. That's my white pill mentality right now, at least.
hmm
Yeah,
No, I
I think just yeah, maybe target libertarians and also maybe just send them out to Republicans too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
said
there's
everybody. Yeah,
so
yeah.
many
Everybody.
Republicans up here I talk to, they're like, oh, like I'm really more of a libertarian. Like you hear it all the time.
Yeah,
yeah,
see,
yeah.
I push them to put their money where their mouth is personally, because I hear that too, and every one of them will backtrack as soon as you start getting into that uncomfortable territory of, oh, geez, nobody's going to be looking over our shoulders on this
U-
front. I don't
Usually
know
what
about that.
happens,
Anyway,
usually what happens is that as soon as they realize that they can't vote in primaries, then they're like, ah, no, I don't want to do that. Like,
That does
okay,
happen sometimes. Yeah,
yeah,
which is
Up here,
weird
there's a
because
lot of people that don't even realize we're a recognized party again.
yeah.
true.
oh,
that's
really?
There's
Yeah,
true.
see,
a lot of people
that's
who
a
don't know about us at all.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
because
great reason to just
You
Dan
know, and
Bagley, the other guy running for city council up here that I was working with, that's what he was asking me about when we were talking. Like, he was one of the ones who was like, he's like, I really just think ideologically I'm more libertarian. And talking to him, I believe him. Like, I don't think it's bullshit.
Hmm.
But he had no idea we were a recognized party
yeah.
of the state.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
piggybacking
like
off of, oh, go ahead, Sean.
it's like Michael Cloud said when someone tells you uh, that in their heart they're a libertarian, you know, let them know when it reaches your balls, call us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Well,
That is well
mm,
put. I like
yeah.
that.
But
Put that on a t-shirt.
you know,
Oh,
circling back,
actually,
yeah,
yeah. Write that
what
one down.
when we were looking at the white pages stuff the other day here, I mean, one of the Dane's concerns was, hey, we looked up these names and we found a lot of noise. We found out names or emails that don't apply. And to that, I say, so what?
Mm,
So we emailed people who may or may not want it. Hey, you know what? He'll delete it and forget about it. But at least we're getting a name out there. It's better than
yeah,
no noise at all,
exactly.
as I see it. I mean, the question is, it's still an ROI question. I don't want to sell it tonight, but
Well, so
yeah.
on that, just like because I can speak to that a little bit. Joe is looking into our CRM because we're on a free license. That is a limitation of 1,000 members, I think is what the vernacular they use. We're
Mhm.
unsure. He was going to look into it. We are unsure right now if that means like actual members, right? Like, because we were looking at using the CRM as like a membership management system, right? But if there is like a way, if we're able to enter in, 10,000 emails, that doesn't qualify as that 1,000 member slot, then that's a perfect method to start sending out blast emails through our CRM. Um,
Right.
I know we can do that with Substack, and we will, when we get that up and running, we will import our entire email distro list into Substack. Um, so that is one method. The only concern I have, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, is because we definitely want to have an unsubscribe functionality built into however we're going to mass blast people.
Right.
Um,
Right. No, that's only fair.
because I'll tell you what, about 8 months ago, I signed up to be a member of LPHI because they were having their convention, and well, I was going to help them with caucusing because they've got some non-resident. They don't have like we have. So you can be a member of the state and have a vote in the state and not be a resident of the state.
Really?
Um,
Huh.
yeah, it's a little. I mean, a lot of affiliates have that, which I think is kind of self-destructive personally.
I
But
agree.
um, I started getting emails for LPHI, and I was like, I literally had to email their secretary directly and ping their chair on the MC Discord and be like, "Yo, take my name off your list. I don't. I mean, cool, you guys, whatever you guys are doing, like, I'd like to hear it, sure, but like, I don't need to be blasted by Hawaii
Jeez.
LP,
Yeah.
Right.
you know."
Right.
But anyway, anecdotes aside,
Hmm.
um, so all right. We good to move on?
Think so.
Yep.
Okay. I haven't heard from Pat. It's weird. Okay. So next item at 1956 is the biannual days of service. For those of you who have been in leadership for a couple terms are well familiar with this. Um, we missed, or we're going to miss, Earth Day, which is when we typically would do our first one of the year. Um, but I kind of wanted to have a conversation about this and throw some loose dates against the wall for us all to start planning for. So, for those who aren't in the know, basically what a day of service we try to do one in every region, specifically in any chaired county as well, of anything and everything and anything of a service nature, right? It could be a roadside cleanup, it could be assisting a food bank. It could be I know that I think didn't they do like a needle collection in Lewiston a couple years ago? I mean, anything like that. Like
Hmm.
done a food drive for a woman's home up here in Harrison. Anything like that. So really, what I like to do is just brainstorm some ideas as a group and then get two dates about 6 months apart, just in our heads to aim for. First of which I would like to shoot for June time.
Right.
So,
So
um,
we in Bangor have been doing one roughly every 6 to 8 weeks, and came up and joined us. That was for Hope for Homeless,
yep.
basically putting together. And I haven't heard from them in a while. I couldn't make the last one. Um, Maybe they just didn't do many during winter time, and maybe they give up. But that's one I want us to hook in with every single time it happens, if nothing else, just to um,
Hmm.
you know, to do
There's
that.
like no
Yeah,
planning involved at that point. You just say,
right.
hey,
It's
we're doing a day of service and just give the
right, and
details
we're at
for
the
the
mercy of
existing
what they
event.
schedule.
Right.
Right,
Yep.
exactly. We're at the mercy of what they schedule, but it's still a good. It's a few hours on a Saturday morning, and
Yeah.
these are good people and good to get to know. And it's a multi-partisan thing. I've had Democrat
Hmm.
legislators, Republican legislators join in, but it's something I think we should push as well. Anyway, um, and, but that's one.
And I
We
guess that
can,
like we don't necessarily have to all do it on the same day either. You
Sure.
know, like if
Right.
if you have an event that's going to happen on a Thursday evening, like cool, just let everyone know and we can post it on the state page and just still call it the LPME Day of Service. Here are the details for that one event. So,
I mean, I know we want to set a date to discuss it, but I'm going to just take the opportunity to piggyback on it. I think I posted about it in Discord before that I think would be good. A good suggestion, if we can get in contact with them, is the American Chestnut Foundation.
oh, yep.
Oh,
Um,
right. I remember that now.
it's So, just I won't give the full spiel of it, but the American chestnut is a indigenous tree all down the East Coast. Got wiped out, nearly wiped out by a fungus that was introduced when the Japanese chestnut was brought back over. And this organization, they are funding research to develop a fungal resistant American chestnut to reintroduce it into its native areas, and they're very prevalent in Maine.
Hmm.
And I think that could be a good one to get public and get on the books, especially being from Maine, where our wilderness and our environment and our trees are, one of our hallmarks. And what I really like about them is, from what I could research, is they receive, I mean, the scientists developing it get their usual like federal grant money, whatever, but the organization itself, they don't get government subsidies or anything. It's entirely voluntarism.
Hmm.
Is there like a service oriented type of event that you were thinking to tie into it or just promote it in general?
Plant trees wherever
Okay.
you
Yeah.
can. Um, if I send them an email, I never heard back, but they have a phone number I can call and see if they'd just be willing to, work with us and get us set up with seeds, because I know that they had a Maine specific initiative to go around the state and plant these trees in like public parks and everything. I
Perfect.
don't remember exactly when that was, but if we could get on board with that to help out, that could be something.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we really need to have a separate meeting on this because it's really going to just be region reps or any of us that want to find something. So let's just, I guess for now, let's just keep in mind, let's try and shoot for, beginning of June and then maybe what, October-ish?
October, maybe November. Food collection and stuff's big around the holidays, so
Yeah, let's
Hmm.
just tentatively write those down and we can loop back and put some more teeth on that as the months progress or as next month progresses, if that sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
yep.
Cool, cool. All right. Next, we do have to conduct a convention before August 1st. So, what we need to do is set a date on when we're going to do this. And then I want to kind of loosely out or talk about how how we want to actually what we want to do at this convention. The state only requires that we have one. We just had elections in November. I'm not necessarily thinking it's necessary for a leadership election at that point. Others can others can comment to that if you do. Um, so I guess let's first discuss that. What do we think? How do we think we want to run this?
I think we need to run it as a marketing thing, most above all else. Get libertarians to
Yeah.
come and visit us. Dave, don't even
Okay.
worry about the elections part of it. I think we're fine.
Hmm.
Um, but um, I think outdoors in July is the way to go. Get people to come here. Um, I'm looking. I'm part of me is, I mean, crazy enough to say the 4th of July, but I know that people have other stuff going
100%.
on. Yeah,
No, do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, the question, I mean, what plans? Well, I mean, I was kind of kidding, but at the same time, I mean, well, I mean, 4th of July, I'm sure I'm going to be with my family on the lake in West Gardner, but, or maybe even on the 5th. But let's, you know, how do you guys feel about the 5th, Sunday the 5th, wherever? I'm like this about, oh, that's people have other plans, but do they? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I definitely think we need to have it outdoors in July on a weekend.
Personally, the symbolism of the 4th of July for the 250th anniversary is how can we pass that up? I feel like, what
Right.
a great opportunity for the Libertarian Party to really push liberty to the front of people's minds on probably the most libertarian, liberty sympathetic, day of the whole year in America, where people do reflect on the founding fathers and all of that sort of thing, and how much more we align than there are other political entities of choice that are just pretending to champion those causes. That's my initial reaction. That'd be just perfect to have the
Oh,
Libertarian Party really
and
make a.
I love that, Joe, but will people show up? Well, are they more likely to show up on the 11th or 12th than the 4th or 5th?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some validity to that. There's probably a strong case that people just want to have time with their families and not engage in any kind of politics. But that's what the whole point of the day is, in my mind. That's what it's.
Yeah, no, I
It's
like
not
that.
Christmas. It's not Thanksgiving. This is Politics Day, basically. You
Right.
know.
Um, yeah, it depends on the family, quite frankly. Some people
Sure.
don't want to deal with
Sure.
that shit. We're the diehards.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would love to get more casual fans uh to join in.
Sure.
So I I love the symbolism of the 4th of July, and I love doing that. But I also want people to show up as well. I want to invite people and get them to come in, and we could honestly just have a simple summer barbecue somewhere
Mm-hmm.
in a public park,
Yep.
and that's our convention.
Actually, I got an idea. It's like have it like the week after or another week after the 4th, but make sure we have a concerted effort of everybody go out to various events wherever you are, holding a button and maybe some token literature. Our convention is here. Declare your independence by joining us.
That could work too. Yeah.
We just have to market the
Yeah.
hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
probably my
yeah.
my
Get a
strongest
little press going
takeaway.
for it.
Yeah.
right, right. Um, yeah, I want to have as many people show up as possible. And if you make it fun, you make it call it convention barbecue, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. You know what? Let's take it a step further. It's our Libertarian Convention barbecue. And that should be our convention every couple of years. Make it in the summer. What's the deadline again? August 1st?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
has to
Make
be
it
held in an
mm,
even year.
right. Right.
Yeah.
Convention barbecue. The people are more likely to show up when they know there's food involved. We'll make it, we'll just try to get a grip on how many we have. We don't need to have it indoors. Again, let's reserve a public park and have a, and have a good time doing that here, and just invite people and still have speeches, still have meetings, still make it fun.
So
And be
on
sure to have
that,
weather dependent backup plan.
right.
Sure.
Or a public park with a giant friggin' awning, which I
Yes.
know there are some.
Could rent a tent, maybe. I don't know, just in case.
Yeah. I mean, the cost will
But
be a hell of a lot less than their last convention. We know that.
Yes,
yeah.
right.
Hmm.
But
Right.
So
in,
with
in
that,
that sense, I'm sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, you were talking first
No,
before.
all I was going to say is that if that's the even the tentative plan, it's probably worth looking to see how far out things are booked right now, because it's the 250th anniversary. It's going to be a big deal everywhere,
True.
So
Yeah.
finding a space and getting that locked down as soon as possible, I think is probably priority.
I'm thinking the 11th. I really think we're going to get more people. Um, yeah, after the 4th of July weekend, as
All right,
huge
so
as it
let's
is.
let's do okay. So let's. Uh, what do we think about the 11th? Is everyone, first of all, available the 11th?
I am.
Is that a Saturday as
It
well?
It's
Or-
a
is. It's the
Saturday.
second
Yes,
second
Saturday.
Saturday
Yep.
of the month.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'll make myself available. No
Yep.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good because that's one of the two Saturdays that I am available that whole month.
All
Okay.
right.
7-Eleven.
All right. Let's what's the draw? Are we just doing a barbecue or are we gonna try and solicit any speakers or
Definitely want to try to
um
get some speakers.
like
Well, from the homegrown side, uh, Tyler Rowe has been doing a lot of podcasting on Bitcoin. I haven't watched it myself, but he could provide some interesting stuff.
okay,
I'll ask Tyler.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Hmm.
Uh,
Um
Text him now.
do a little networking at the national convention to see if anybody wants to.
Hmm.
Mm, yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean I've already spoken to Clint Russell and Scott Horton, or at least Scott's assistant, and both are amenable, but they're gonna be roughly $1,500 to get out.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
I
it's
mean,
I'm just putting it out there as a both of them would be a massive draw specifically for libertarians.
Mm,
Um,
I think
so
I think it could be an
um,
opportunity for for anyone who's like sniffing around for presidential campaigns. It's like, hey, Justin Amash, want to come to Maine?
right.
well, how much is a massive draw? How many people will we would come for just to hear?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
Yeah.
thing. If it's going to cost a significant chunk of change, yeah, no, not really.
we
Yeah,
can also ticket it too,
Okay.
Right.
yeah.
Mm,
right? We usually do ticket the
Yeah.
conventions.
Yeah. I did see like Clinton and Scott. They're well known within our little circles here, but not so much to the mainstream.
True.
Yeah. And just someone who represents maybe some issue locally. I mean, we've done
You
that
know,
I
before.
mean, we could also potentially solicit Breaky or Jeremy Kaufman.
well, what about another Maine
Breaky maybe,
resident?
but
Another Maine resident. I don't know if you've heard of him, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can
You
we can
know,
he's going to cost.
yeah.
I don't
Hmm.
know. It doesn't hurt to ask, is all
Right.
I'm gonna say. I mean, and
Mhm.
he's here already, so
Right.
All right. All right. I don't think I'm that much of a draw, but I will be happy to give 5 to 10 minutes or whatever,
Okay.
where need be. Yeah.
Do we want to vote on a loose budget? And do we want to form
I
a
think we
committee?
need to. I honestly, I think the thing we need to settle on is the date first.
Well, didn't we? I
We
thought we had already.
well, we haven't voted on it yet. I think let's
Okay.
I called to set the date for our upcoming. I moved to set the date for the upcoming convention barbecue for July 11th. Date
second.
TBD. Seconded. All right. We have a motion and a second there.
Wait, you mean time TBD?
TBD. Time TBD.
Right,
Yes.
right,
Time
Yep.
of day. Yeah.
Yep.
Ben, just reflect that this is indeed a motion here.
Okay. So any discussion regarding that? I know we had a little bit, but does everybody feel comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Dan. I took
Yep.
over there.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll just let Ben catch up here. Make sure we get this motion
Yep.
correct.
Sorry, who's seconding that?
Joe
I think it was
Weeks.
weeks.
All right.
Great. Discussion on this? Okay, hearing none.
Does anybody have a problem with that or any concern about that date there?
Right.
Nope.
Nope, guess not.
All right, hearing none, I will call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes.
All right.
Perfect.
I also want to add, let's table the actual budgeting to the next XCOM meeting. We need to figure out how much a tent's going to go for and all that other stuff, how much the rental is going to be for whatever public park, wherever we go to. Um, I like to keep it in central Maine.
I think that's a good idea. I
Um,
honestly think LA is probably the best area to hold it, but
Hmm.
I know that's
I no,
further than Bangor for a bunch of people.
well, no, I strongly agree with that because
Oh,
we had 300 people in Lewiston alone,
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
register libertarian.
LA, I think is our second largest libertarian registrant hub
Oh,
next to Portland, I believe,
perfect.
if
Yeah.
memory serves. So
Okay.
I fully support that. So let's Jim, you're gonna look into some details on this.
Yes.
Do I have
Rental.
any other volunteers? Actually, you know what? Let's formulate a committee. So who wants to be involved in the planning committee for this convention?
Right here.
Raise your hand. Jim,
Hmm.
I'll give a hand.
John, Brian. Perfect. I am going to set this committee out, but I will sit in on meetings.
Good.
Um, cool. So let's Jim's going to come up with a loose plan for next meeting. And if you want to schedule a formal meeting, feel free and just send it out
All right.
leading up to that. Like if you need some help brainstorming or researching or whatever, we can all sit down and put our heads together.
Reach out to Mike Fitch too. He was great with the caucus thing.
I would say be careful,
Okay.
only because he's been a detractor in the past. I don't know if he's still amenable or not. I haven't spoken
He
to
stepped
him.
it up for us so the Interscoggin caucus. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I th any do we think we need any more details or planning on this specifically right now?
Not right now.
Okay. Hearing none. Just checking to see. Give me a second. I'm going to go off Cam and Mike, and I'm going to call Pat quickly. Just because
Before
he
we
did.
do,
Yeah.
you want some numbers from Camden National here? Want to get that done
Oh yeah, go for it.
before we get too caught up? All right. All right. So our primary bank account currently holds $572.60. Our secondary account, whoops, yeah, $14,774, 774.04. Stand by for PayPal. I just thought of that. That's not what we need. Hold on. PayPal used to come right up with my there it is.
What was last month's? I'm gonna look at that. It looks about the same.
All
Oh,
right. Uh, now. Keep telling PayPal I don't want a passkey right now.
their login sucks. I changed my primary number over a year ago, and it still defaults to my other one.
Hmm. Create a passkey. I keep clicking not now. I click continue. All right. Click not now. Hold on a second. What if I click save another way? Give me one more minute. If I don't have a number there, we'll. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. And we're in. Our PayPal account is $1,016.18.
Sweet, we're up.
And that keeps
Wow,
going up.
almost
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
up like $45.
There you go.
That's sweet. I don't know why, but we are down about $60 from our primary Camden account from last month. Might have been having to do with some of the website stuff.
Yeah, wasn't there some
Well, I know that's why it was
bot
down to
stuff happened? Yeah.
I know that's why it was down to 630. Because if I look at February, uh, treasurer's report was tabled. Okay, February, our primary account was 718. March, it went down to 630. And this month, it's down to, what was it? Five something? 570?
572.
Yeah.
60. Yeah.
I'll ping Jason, figure out where that's going. Because that's a bit of an alarming month to month for that primary account to me. All right. Good thing we signed up for the Victory Fund, is all I'm going to say.
Yep.
All right. Let me go back down. All right. So it doesn't look like Pat's going to be joining us. I've texted him, I left him a message. But I can speak to a little bit of this. I know that most of you are not, or actually, who here's a delegate? Actually, everyone but Ben, right? Is that correct? Ben, you're not a delegate, right?
No.
Okay. So just to briefly go over LNC in Grand Rapids, it's coming up quick. Gonna be May 21 through 25. I sent out an email, or I had a, no, actually, I sent out a chat in Discord. Make sure if you haven't reserved your room. Actually, has everyone here reserved your room?
Yes.
Yep.
Brian, you have, everyone has. Okay, so I don't even need to go over this. Um, there will be some trainings at convention, for which I will share my screen. Allow only one presenter can share at a time. Allow multiple presenters to share. Allow. Screen two. All right. You should be you're getting the agenda right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So these are the two packages that they currently have up for training at convention. This volunteer army builder and the voter contact workshop. So after talking to Pat last week, he suggested this army builder. This isn't something that I think I'm advocating for anyone to go out and get. But it is something that I would like to throw in the air of potentially we toy with the idea of sponsoring a couple people for one. Like I'm thinking we sponsor 2 seats. Um, thoughts? I mean, I know that our coffers in our primary account right now is dwindling and just over $500, and we're talking about what would that be? 18 was that 390 here potentially for one of these trainings. I just kind of wanted to throw it out there, see if anyone had, if they had good feelings about this, if it's something that we really shouldn't be spending money on, what your thoughts are.
I'm definitely open to it. It's an area that we definitely need to improve on, so
Mm.
This is 179 per person though, right?
Yes.
it is.
Hmm.
It looks to me it's a little vague. It says breakfast track Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure if one seat is for both of those slots. Sean, you might know better. How do these normally run?
Uh, Normally they aren't a separate thing to pay for. They usually are. In years they've had it in the past, it's something that's been available the day before the convention starts. So as a paid track, so that's new to me.
Okay. Um, so we can table this. I mean, like our next XCOM meeting is going to be the week before convention. So if we wanted to sponsor a seat on this, we could make that decision then.
When you say sponsor, I mean,
I mean, LPME pays for the seats, and
Scholarship.
we sponsor
right,
whether it be one. I mean, it's going to be one of the delegates, right?
right, of
So,
course.
and we can as an XCOM decide who that might be. I mean, also for those of us that are going, all of us can get these on our own if you
Yeah.
were that interested. It's just an idea that I threw out. I mean, I to be honest, I'm a little uncomfortable with the idea, but I do think it's a good one, which is why I'm presenting it.
What is it that makes you uncomfortable?
Our what we have in the coffers right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if we're and I believe we decided this as a committee, we're trying to ignore the Victory Fund secondary account altogether as if we don't have it. So
Oh,
with that as an assumption,
okay.
right? We've got, I mean, I know it's a little silly because yeah, we've got like almost 15 grand in that account. So
Yeah.
sponsoring a $400 2 slot kind of thing is peanuts in that perspective. However, that's just where I'm coming at it from. I'm just
Is
using that money as a oh shit in case shit, whatever. Like I'm not necessarily wanting to dip into that.
I guess
I understand.
I'd like to just understand better as to why.
I mean, I'm only one vote here. That's just
Right.
No,
my
no, and
opinion.
that's yeah. You voiced some concern. I just want to understand better as to what the concern is. What's the oh shit that you envision that we would need to have all of those funds available for?
Fair. Yeah, I don't really know.
I'll throw this out there. I mean, bottom line, I mean, if the primary accountants are checking the business account or the second accounts are savings is one way of looking at it. And, try not to touch the savings if you can. I totally understand that. Um, at the same
Well,
time, we did get 15 grand and we just have to be smart about how we use it. Now, someone spending $179 of the party's money uh, to help educate one of us who's been very dedicated to the cause. I don't see a problem with that, even if we do just take it directly from that victory fund, which was, I hate to use the phrase free money, but it kind of was,
Right.
because we signed up for it. And we don't have to. I feel like we needed to make a decision during this XCOM rather than the next XCOM meeting because that's a week before. You know, I mean, I feel like we do need to make a
Okay.
decision on that beforehand. That's what I believe.
Yep.
And I appreciate your diligence, Dane, toward you know, trying not to overspend. Um,
Yeah.
I'm a
I
serious,
mean,
me.
yeah,
Okay.
and I just view this like I kind of operate my own finances of like that's not money that I mean, because we didn't really do anything to get. I mean, we did. We signed
Yeah,
up, and right, like, but that was not money earned in earnest from members, from donations for a cause, for any of these methods that we would normally get money inbound. We didn't get that way. So,
So
so
looking at it,
I'm,
looking at it
huh?
from that perspective, though, we can't do anything with the money that we actually have. $570 isn't going to
Right.
make a tent for July. It's not going to, get us, potentially another strategy to,
True.
execute on from this learning track to increase the memberships and, dues and
Yeah.
what. So it seems like there's an unnecessary hamstringing going on because of that sentiment. Just from my outsider perspective looking in here,
Well, you're an insider here, and
well,
this is just my perspective.
no, I just mean like I wasn't part of anything when all of this, these funds came in. I don't know if there were plans for it. It seems like there wasn't plans, but more so just okay, cool, we have a cushion now. But to what end? If you're not going to make any use of it,
True.
what's the point in having it? I don't understand.
all right.
That's fair.
Okay.
As a backup primary, let me share this with you. I have no problem if the party spent $179 from that fund on one of you guys who chose to do this, considering how diligent you've been. I won't do it on myself. Um, I just, if I want to do this, and I may, I'll spend 179 bucks of my own money. But
Right.
I personally have no problem if someone else, and that includes you, Dane, anybody here who wants to. I don't have a problem with spending it on one person here, including our chair. Go ahead. I'm good with that. I won't do it for myself, but I will. But I think the party spending 179 directly from the victory fund on one person, I think is cool.
Well, and the other question is, do we have anyone that wants to do it?
So
Yeah.
I'll say I'm actually intending on purchasing this for myself. So you can take me out of consideration for that.
I may,
But yeah,
I may,
how about if
Jane,
it?
I may join you. I'll,
Yeah,
I'll, I'll buy 100. I'll spend 179 on myself too, and help. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah,
I may do that. Yeah.
then those funds need not be touched.
Okay.
Or
Or they could be, and we could send two to the voter contact workshop instead.
Because
There's two different trainings here. I know that there's more coming. They just don't have them up right now. I won't go into any further detail, but Pat's been pulling his little hair he has left out in setting this
Yeah.
convention up.
Again, this is the kind of thing that if we're to tap a reserve, this is the kind of thing I would say is very good for it.
Hmm,
Right.
Because I mean,
agree.
especially if we had, it sounds like we don't really have someone in mind per se, but someone in mind like, okay, these guys probably going to be around for a while. Let's get him some training and
Right.
Yeah,
see if we can get
yeah,
a return on investment.
yeah.
And
I
on
get
the back, sorry, on the back end of that too, we can certainly do our own train the trainer type of deal.
exactly. Yeah.
After the fact,
Yeah.
right?
And I I just have two questions. One of which probably would have been answered if Pat was here. Who's doing the trainings? Is this something we're outsourcing to an organization or?
So, um, I'm looking at so I'll just read what each one of these is first. So the volunteer army builder, which was the breakfast track. Again, I don't really know what either of these tracks mean, or if this is a 2 day thing. I think it's set up to be a 2 day for breakfast or a 2 day for lunch is what I think it is on the Saturday and Sunday. So for that course, it says recruit and retain volunteers and organizational members, build coalitions and lists, contacts, donors, supporters, petition signatures, etc. Activate contacts to stay engaged, connect new members via social media in person, organize data and leadership roles, nurture long-term relationships, use problems in politics model to craft compelling, feasible, and attractive policy and stances for petitions, recruitment, donor prospecting, and more. The voter contact workshop says identify specific voters and precincts, shape messaging by party affiliation and engagement levels, apply effective non-confrontational body language and conversation openers, write dynamic voter contact scripts, conduct messaging exercises, Leesburg grid, whatever that is, evaluate canvassing, phone banking, and other methods for effectiveness, and calculate required votes and voter capacity in a precinct. So those are what they are advertising. It doesn't say anything about who's running these or what organization is presenting.
Hmm.
I know I'm going to be talking to Pat quite a bit in the next month. The next time we speak, especially because I'm going to chastise him for not showing up tonight. I will get some more details.
Yeah, cool.
And was there anybody in particular you were thinking of offering this to,
Um,
or just general toss it out there to see if any of the
I,
others
I would
are?
say raise your hand if you're interested, and we can decide as a group right now, do we want to sponsor one or two? And we can choose, which one they go to. Like I said, I'm planning on doing the volunteer army builder on my own accord.
So I wasn't planning on, because I've attended tons of different trainings, and
Do you think they're worthwhile, Sean?
yes, if you plan on following through on doing some things. I have lots of booklets in my office at home and
Hmm.
little follow-up. So
So, of the other delegates here, is anyone interested in taking either of these?
Honestly, I think that the chair and vice chair sitting in on them is absolutely the right people to be in attendance on those. I don't know.
I mean,
Any other thoughts? I mean,
as
like,
far as sorry, as far as the army building one goes, if you guys are sitting in on it, I don't see the sense in sponsoring
Hmm.
for that one.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think.
that's fair.
Yeah,
If we
it's a good
wanted to
call.
sponsor somebody to do the other one, I'd be open to that if someone wants to do it.
So, I mean, we have two delegates missing and two alternates missing from this meeting right now. But out of the three of you that are here that have not already declared self-sponsorship, are any of you interested in the voter contact workshop?
I'm interested.
Okay.
We do.
Joe, Brian, Sean, going
I'm
once.
thinking I'm not doing the training tracks this time around.
Okay. So, with that, I'm going to make a motion that we sponsor Jim Baines for the voter contact workshop
I'll
as a
second that.
party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seconded.
Yep.
All right. Any discussion? I know we all just kind of had it, but any further discussion?
Just to be clear, before we spend the bar, this is a different $179 than the ones we will be doing, correct?
Yeah, well, yes. I mean,
Okay.
I said I was going to do the army builder.
Yeah.
You said you were going to pay for one of your own if you said you were going to do the army builder,
Yeah.
or you can not do that and we can sponsor you to do the voter contact workshop. It's up to you. But either way, the motion on the table is to sponsor you for the voter contact workshop.
I'm just thinking if I want the party to spend on me, that's and I appreciate that's a very nice gesture. Um, if I spend 179, well, you know what? Let's kind of split it a little bit here. If Dane, if you did the Army Builder, I did the voter contact, and we compare notes afterwards, I have no problem with spending my own money on that and not do the Army Builder. What do you think about that? Would you rather do that with me?
At
What do you want? Is what I'm asking. Forget about what I want. What do you want?
the end of the day, I think it would be good to have one LPME representative in each of these. How that happens, I
Right.
personally don't really care. Um,
I don't
and
I don't think you should view it as us spending the money on just you, though. I mean,
right,
Yeah, this is
it'll benefit the party.
right. And
Yeah.
Okay.
that's where I'd like to just piggyback onto,
Yeah.
like, sponsorship or not, that information that comes from these workshops is being put back into the party. So
Okay.
that's what matters more.
Yeah.
Whatever
see
you
it.
do, you know what I
Agreed.
mean?
All right.
So
An investment.
I'd
Okay.
say, yeah, absolutely. Take the sponsorship, whatever you want to call it. Take
Mhm.
those funds, attend the workshops, and then, get that ROI for us. Coming
Okay.
back.
That's fair.
'Cause,
All right.
I mean, it's
Come
180
back
bucks. You
with the
could probably pump
PowerPoint
180 bucks worth of
Mm.
value from
Yeah.
the workshops
Yeah.
back into the party.
Could you
right.
bring Dane, could you bring back up that voter contact yeah, the synopsis there that you had there. So voter contact workshop. Let me say identify open specific voters and precincts, shape messaging. Yep. Why effective non-conferential body language and the right dynamic. Yeah, this is all part of outreach. Okay. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it made sense to me for you, Jim, just as on a personal point, because you've done a lot of the outreach and the white pages testing and all this sort of thing. You might be able to just add a few more tricks to that bag, and
Mhm.
there's value coming back to the party from that.
Okay.
It's so weird.
All
I
right,
can't
fine. I'm calling my own question.
copy that. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
I
Right.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And there
Before
was
I
much
forget,
rejoicing.
since someone brought up white pages, hey Brian, could you walk me through the AI you used in order to get that information that we could have paid, we may pay for, or may probably won't pay for through white pages? Could you give me a walkthrough online about that sometime?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. I'll reach back to you after the meeting.
Yeah.
All right. As I do, I want to see that badly.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to play around with that list yet, but this weekend I'll get into that.
I just want to see what you did in that few minutes of time as we were, you know, analyzing the whole thing.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Just have one more thing I wanted to bring up on convention, but I gotta search through a Discord chat to find it. Um, so there's, like I said, there's still a bunch of events that are being scheduled right now for the convention. Um, there will be, so it looks like looks like LP Texas is doing karaoke on Saturday.
a tradition.
You're right. Was I already on Saturday? I was on. We've got regional caucuses that afternoon. We have a event of Are You Smarter Than a Politician, which is a live filming, and I believe this will be free for all delegates. We have the Enemies of the State Dance Party, which I don't think that that's sponsored by anything, by any caucus. There's a gala on Sunday night, and I believe that is at the same time of the The Mises Caucus is sponsoring a Rage Against the War Machine 3.0, which will be, I can't remember who all the speakers were. I had a list here. It was people like Dave DeCamp and Dan McKnight from Bring Your Troops Home. I believe Scott Horton will be speaking.
Yep.
I know there's a reduced cost for delegates, and if you want an even more reduced cost and want to join the caucus, let me know as your local state organizer for that. Um, but there's a bunch of stuff going on outside of business hours if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. More details to come on that. I'll probably be flooding the delegate channel on Discord as we get closer and I get more details on whatever's going on outside of what LNC is doing, if there are anything. But from what I've seen, even the caucus events are also being, offered to all, of course. Um, so you don't need to be a member to show up for those. Um, I don't think I have anything else. Are we at the end of the agenda? We are. Um, so as we do, anyone have any additional items before we adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
We- I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You can't. Well, actually, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Hearing none, we are concluded.